So we are about to create this project in which we will just implement the beautiful design. As you guys can see in here, the combination of a two color, okay, right, for the above and also for the body. I'll show you that how we're gonna create that. And in here I just added the app bar Geolocator. So specifically we will use the Geolocator package right from the pub.dev, and we will just add it right in this app. So with the help of Geolocator, we will just get the user current location, and we will just implement the specific logic for that how we gonna just get the current location with the desired accuracy of a current user. So in here I just implemented that button, press for location, right in the body, and in here you guys can see that text, latitude and longitude. So whenever the user will just run this app and press on this specific button, press for location, it will just give the coordinates, for example the latitude and the longitude. That is going to be the user current location. So let's go ahead and see. Tap on this, press for location, and there we go. As you guys can see, the latitude and the longitude. So we're going to simply implement this specific logic right in this entire app and going to use the geolocator. Welcome back to Coding Cafe. So let's start this mini project. Click in here, new Flutter project, and make sure in here select the SDK path, and make sure in here just select the Flutter, and then click next. Right in here now I'll give the project name. So right in this mini project we will just get the current location of a user, and also we will just use the geolocator package in that. So then we can simply, with the help of geolocator package, we'll get the current location of a user. So in here I'll just give the name as geolocator. In here you guys can give any name whatever you want in here, but it must be in small alphabets, and instead of space we will give the underscore. Okay, you guys will notice that in a while. Locator, and I'll say project, so we'll just say pro, and instead of space you guys can see in here the underscore. Okay, and it's right in the small alphabets. Now in here we will be working right on the Android platform and the iOS, and you can just simply uncheck all of these. Okay, this one, this one, this one, and this one. We are left with the Android and iOS. Now simply just go ahead and create. So this will just take a little while. Now right in here, as you guys can see that readme, simply just close that from here and come here, click right on this arrow with the project, and here we just click upon the project. It's already selected, it's okay. Now we are right on the man.dot. First I'll go towards the spec.yaml, as you guys can see right in here, and below the Cupertino icons, as you guys can see right in here. Now we will simply just open the browser and search for pub.dev. So here we are, browser. In here you guys can see the Google. Simply search for pub.dev. Right from there we will just get the geolocator package, the dependencies. Okay, so in here I'll just search for that, the first one. We will go with that one. Okay, click upon it. Here we are right in the pub.dev. In here I'll just write geolocator. Okay, you guys can see right in here, press enter. There we go. Okay, geolocator package, geolocation plugin for Flutter. This plugin provides cross platform for iOS Android API. Okay, as you guys can see everything right in here. You can read that. Simply click upon that geolocator. You guys in here can read that, the readme. I have already just read this, so we will go to Word directly, right to the installing. From here you guys can see that dependencies, okay, right down below in here. Simply we will just copy that from here, okay, Control C, and you can also just simply copy that from here. So it will just copy it to the clipboard. Now just get this down. Here we are, right in the popspec.yaml. Below the Cupertino icons, press enter. In here, paste it. You guys can see the Geolocator package right here. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just click upon the pub get. It will just import this right in our project, so we can easily just get the required work with that. So you guys can see process finished with exact code 0, so it's mean it's successful. Now we'll just close that popspec.yaml and just click upon that get dependencies. Wait for a while. There you go, it's done. Now you can simply just ignore that. Now we will go towards the pub.dev. Right here you guys can see we'll go towards the readme, and we have to just provide the permissions, okay, for the geolocator. So if you just scroll down right in the usage, as you guys can see that, and down below in here we'll just click upon the Android, and we'll just scroll down. In here you guys can see that compile SDK version, it must be 33, okay, and down below in here you guys can see that permissions, okay, there we go. From here we'll just copy that from here. As you guys can see, I'll just copy that to the clipboard and it's done. So this will just give the permission, as you guys can see by the name in here, access find location and access course location. So this will just give the permissions, okay. So it's already copied. Now we will just add this right in the Android manifest.xml file, okay, under the Android app src man. So we will go there. Here we are, Android, you guys can see. Then we'll go towards the app. Right in the app, open that src, and right in the src open that man. In here you guys can see that Android manifest.xml. Just double tap on that, and right here we'll just press enter, and in there we'll just pass the permissions, okay. There we go, you guys can see that. Now I'll just close that, and what I'll do, I'll go towards lib, and we will create a new directory by the name get location, okay, that's the directory. And right inside that get location directory, right click, create a new dot file, and we will just give the name to the dot file, and it must be right in the small alphabets, and instead of space we will give the underscore, okay, remember that for the dot file. So in here, as I told you already, modify location. So we are right on the modify underscore location dot. You guys can see that right here. So in here we will have a stateful widget, so write st, and I'll just give the name as modify location to this specific class, okay. And now I'll just take this down. From here we have to just import the package Flutter, and then we go with the material dot, as you guys can see right in here. And we'll just remove the placeholder widget from here, and I'll just return the scaffold for now, okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy that modify location, and we will just call upon that right in the man dot. So whenever we will just run our app, it'll start from there. So we will just wrap that from here and remove that command lines, okay, from here like that. And down below in here, as you guys can see that class, wrap it, the other one wrap it, and simply just dial that. Right from here we will remove that, and we will just call upon the modify location in here with the brushes. Okay, now click upon that and import the library get location modify. Okay, this one or this one. Now the next thing that we will do, we will just remove that Flutter demo from here, and we will say Geolocator. That's going to be the name, and all good right in here. Now we will jump right toward the modify location dot right in here, and we will just start the working right in here. So right in the widget build, and just run the scaffold widget right in there. First I'll just create the app bar, so in here app bar, and then we'll go with the app bar widget in here. Right inside that we'll just have the title first, and right in the title I'll have the text widget. Now we'll just give the name as Geolocator. Now I'll just open the emulator, so I'll just show you the result right at the real time right from here, device manager, and then I'll just open that. There we go. Now I'll just click upon that, run man.dot, and run the app. You guys will just notice the app bar with the text Geolocator. This will take a little while. There we go, running the app, and that's the output. There we go. Okay, with the app bar, and you guys can see the text right in here, Geolocator. The first thing that I will do, I'll just remove that debug from here right in the red color. So for this specific purpose we will go towards the man.dot, and right in the material app we'll have the debug show checked mode banner. We'll set this to false, and this will just remove that banner from here. Now if you guys just press the Ctrl S, and it will be just gone. There we go. Okay, you guys can see the output right here. Now we are left with a app bar. Go towards the modify location dot right in here, back again. So now I'll just set this title. As you guys can see, we'll set this to center. So in here I'll just call upon the center title, and we will just set this to true. So it's gonna be just right in the center now. If you guys just press the Ctrl S, there we go. Okay, it's look more good now than before. Now simply you will just add the const modifier with this text, so the yellow line will be gone and the code will be clean. You guys can see that. Now simply right after that we will create a method just for fetching the current geoposition of a user. So above the widget build, right in here, first I'll create some string type variables. We're gonna need that simply for the latitude and longitude that we will get of a current user. So right in here string type, and then we'll make this secure. So in here underscore, and then I'll give the name as latitude. As you guys can see, now to the string type variable I'll just assign in here first string. Now right inside the string I'll just provide the latitude, the keyword. Okay, and right at end semicolon. So we'll end this right here, and right below in here again we'll create string type, and this is going to be simply for the longitude. So in here write the longitude, and to this I'll just assign the keyword longitude. Okay, and right in here we'll provide the colon, also in here. So now with this we will just add the final keyword, so it's gonna be then there's non-changeable. Once the value will be assigned to that, it's gonna not change then. Okay, so in here final key to this, and the yellow line will be gone, and right in here to here you guys can see that. So we successfully just created two string type variables, the latitude and the longitude, and initializing them with the initial values, as you guys can see right in the string, the keyword. So these specific variables will be used to store the latitude and the longitude information of a current user. So right down below and above the widget below, now we will create a method and we will declare that right in here. It's going to be asynchronous future type method. So in here we'll say future, and in here we'll say void. This will return nothing, and now we'll just give the name to the specific method as a fetch current geo position. In here braces, as I told you already, this is going to be asynchronous, so in here async it just indicate that it will just perform asynchronous operation and it will wait for the result until it's completed. So that's why right in here we have this asynchronous with the method fetch current geoposition future type. Now we'll have the try block in here, as you guys can see right inside the specific method, and then curly braces, take this down, and if it catch any error then it will be handled right in the catch block. So right in here we'll say catch, you guys can see, and in here curly braces, take this down. So let's go first with the try block. In here we'll just fetch the current position. So first I'll just create in here position, and gonna give the name as current position instance name in here, and now with it I'll just assign, first we'll say avid since it's a asynchronous operation, and then we'll say geolocator in here, and then simply we'll just call upon the get current position, so it will just fetch the current position of a user. Okay, now right inside that we'll have the desired accuracy, and we will just simply just set this to high. It will just give the accurate location of a current user then, and you can choose whatever you want in here. Let me just show you, though. You can go for the best navigation, best, low, lowest, medium, reduce. You can choose whatever you want right in here. I'll go with the high, and it will just give the accuracy then for the location of a current user. Now in here comma, and right down below in here semicolon, and all of the result of this specific code can be just right inside this current position. It's gonna just assign to that. And now we will jump right in the catch block in here. If there will be any kind of error, so we will just print that during the process. Okay, so right in the catch block we'll just simply print that in here. So in here string, then we'll give the name as error colon, and then in here the dollar sign we'll just print that. Okay, in here semicolon, it must be right inside the string. Cut this from here and in here paste it, so the error will be gone. You guys can see that. You can simply just ignore that, so the yellow line will be gone. Now what I'll do, I'll just updating the state if the result gonna be successful, so it's gonna just change the result dynamically then. So we have to go and just call upon the set state. So below that in here, let me just call upon the set state. There we go, and we have already just created the string type variable. Just copy that from here. First let me just write the code, and then we will just assign it. Okay, so in here for the latitude first I'll say string, and then we'll give the keyword name. There we go, above. So in here, latitude, colon, and then we'll go with a dollar sign in here, then curly braces. Right inside that we'll call upon the current position of a current user, okay, and then we say the specific latitude, okay, and right at end semicolon. Now we'll just assign that right to the specific string type variable, so the result gonna be right inside that in there. So we'll say latitude. There we go. So in here you guys can see that error because the value gonna be changed then, and we already just set this as a final right in here. So we have to just remove that from here since the value will be changed, and you guys can see the error has been gone now. Now right after that I'll just copy that for a time saving, and down below in here paste it. We will just change this to the longitude. As you guys can see the suggestion, and from here I'll just remove that and we'll have the longitude in here, okay, and also in here all just fine. Now whenever we will just run the app, and if the result will be successful, then it will just change the result dynamically, and we just call upon that right in the system as I explained this in detail while ago. And we have already just set the catch block just in case if there will be any error, we'll just show that, okay. I hope it's clear now. Now we will go and jump right in the widget build again. Now below the app bar you will be working right in the body, okay. So I'll take the container widget in here, and right inside that I'll do some decoration for the body so it will look good. So in here, box decoration, and just take this down. We'll say gradient in here, then we'll go with the linear gradient, and in here braces, take this down in here. Now we'll just simply choose the color. So in here bracket, and we'll go with the first color. We'll choose blue in here, and then I'll choose another color, colors in here, we'll go with the purple. So it's going to be a combination of these both colors, okay. You guys will notice that whenever we will just test the app. So in here now I'll provide the property begin in here, so we'll say alignment, and we'll just set this to top left. It's going to be right to the top left, the blue color, and right after that we'll just end that with a purple color, and in here we'll say alignment, we'll go with the bottom right. Scroll down. Now we'll just auto load the app. I'll show you the combination of two colors then, the blue and the purple one. There we go, okay, for the body. Also we will set this combination of color for the app bar, so it will be more attractive then. I am showing you guys that how you guys can just make the output the way more beautiful and attractive for the user, so it will just catch the eye of a consumer that it will use that specific app, okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just copy that decoration from here to here, make sure, okay, copy it and right in the app bar, as you guys can see right in here. So I'll have the flexible space in here, let me just write it. There we go with the suggestion, and in here I'll have the container widget. Right inside that I'll paste the code, the decoration one, okay. You guys can see that right in here, and if you guys just add the const modifier, the line will be gone. There we go, and also in here the code will be clean then. Now if you guys just press the Ctrl S, you guys will notice it for the app bar, okay. Control S, and boom, there we go. You guys can see that the app bar is way more attractive than before, and it will just catch the consumer eye. Now we will just jump right toward our main work, because we have already just created the fetch current position method for the geolocator. Okay, you have position right in here. Now we will just get the acquired work. So for that, what I'll do, below this box decoration, I'll say child, and then right in the center of the screen. So for that, I'll take the center widget, and then we'll say child, and then we'll take the column widget. It's going to be right in the column, so we have to take the column widget right in here first. I'll set the property, and it's going to be main axis alignment. I'll just set this to center. As I told you already, it's going to be right in the center, so we have to provide the specific properties. And right after that, I'll take the children and just drag this down. I'll have the elevated button now, because we'll create the elevated button simply for the press for location. So whenever the user will be tap on that specific elevated button, it will just get the required latitude and longitude of a current user, I mean the position. Now we'll just check this down from here, and for now we will just leave this on press even empty, and we'll just come back to this right in a while. Now right in the child, what I'll do, I'll have the text widget in here, and I'll say in here press for location. Okay, you guys can see that right in here. Just take this down in here, and in here we'll put the comma, and I'll just go with this const modifier. You guys can just press the Control S, and you also notice the elevated button. There we go. Okay, for now you guys can see there is nothing right in this on press even. It's totally empty. Now we will just call upon the method fetch current geoposition. There we go, and write it and semicolon. Now I'll do a little style for that. So in here we'll say style, and then we say elevated button dot style form, and in there I'll just set the background color for this specific button, press for location. Okay, so we'll go with the colors dot, let's go with the green. Okay, that's fine. Here and comma, Control S, and you guys will notice that in here. There we go. Okay, it's green now. Now right after that, whenever the user will press on this specific button, will show down in here the current position of a user, for example latitude and longitude. So what I'll do now, in here first let me put the comma, and then I'll have the size box. So we're going some height, set it right after the specific button. So in here just set the height 20, and in here comma, we'll set with the const modifier, so the yellow line will be gone. And right after that I'll take the text widget. So right inside that, what I'll do now, I'll just have the latitude, call upon that in here, because the result gonna be right inside the specific string type variable. Okay, I have already explained this in detail, and it's gonna be right inside that. That's why in here we call upon that. And I'll do the style for that. So as usual, text style we do, and we'll just set the font size to 20. Add the const modifier right in here. So I'll copy that, and we're gonna simply do it for the longitude now. So size box, and then copy that text from here, and below that in here paste it, and we will remove that, and we'll say longitude, and all just fine. And I have already explained the code in detail, and it's really simple. Okay, and useful. So what I'll do now, I'll just hot reload the app and I'll show you the output. Just wait for a while. Now it's hard to load the app and you guys can see right in here the text latitude, longitude. Okay, since we created that and assigned the keyword latitude and longitude to this specific string type variable, and the result, as you guys can see right in here, it will be right here, and we just print that right in here already. It explains in detail. Now let's go ahead and test the app. Come here and press for the location of a current user. Now I'll just tap on that. It's not showing the location. Let me just check the run. It says user denied or permissions to access the device location, so we have to go now and open the location for the specific app. Then it will just get the current position of a user. As you guys can see, the Geolocator app right in here. Hold, go to the app info, and in here we will just open the permission. Okay, as you guys can see, permissions, no permission granted, so we have to allow it for the location. Okay, come here and click upon the location, allow it while using the app, and it's just good. Now you can go back and allow the location. Now we can go back, just remove that, back to the app, run the app again. Now this time it will work just fine. Come here and press for the location, tap on it, boom, there we go. As you guys can see, the latitude and the longitude. Okay, so it's working totally fine, and you guys can see the output. That how you can just get the current location of a user using the Geolocator package right in the app. And already just explained this useful code right in detail. I hope it's clear, and basically that's it for this mini project, and that's how you guys can just get the user location with the desired accuracy. Okay, it's working totally fine, and we'll just close that, go toward the main.dot. All good. In here you can just simply add the const modifier and remove the yellow line just to clean the code, and all set, done, and tested the app successfully. So that's it with this mini project. See you then.